Welcome to another edition of the Wonderbury podcast.
I'm Brian.
And I'm Clueless.
You can find us online at Wonderbury.com.
You can find me online at Open Darkwing.
Yep. That's a good start.
Hey. Can't blame me.
Nope. That's what I get for asking, what are we going to talk about? And then hitting record.
Every once in a while, I have to do something to throw you off. You get me with the dad jokes, and I get you with just keeping you on your toes.
Yep.
The only way to do this reliably. Oh, what a week, Brian. What a week.
Yeah.
Did I mention how much I hate rain in January?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Like, okay, maybe this is way too Midwest of me, because I saw somewhere where Midwest people, they complain when there's too much snow and they complain when there's no snow at all. And that's kind of where I feel like I'm going right now, because I'm really tired of just not. It's weird to say it that way. But dear Lord, we had one storm that ended up not being a snowstorm, it ended up being an ice event with a little layer of snow on top of it at Christmas, and then nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Then like in the 40s and 50s, which normally I'm fine with, but every time it rains, like it has been for the last 48 fucking hours, you realize that if it was only 10 degrees colder, we could have wonderful snow. But no, we can't have that, because Midwest.
Yep.
And it's annoying.
Yeah. It's soggy and indecisive.
It's just terrible.
Yeah, like if they could just decide to just storm and be done, that would be nice. Or decide to snow and be done with it, that would be nice. But it's like it's in between.
But yeah, it's just like, no, you get rain. Have a nice day. Like, I don't want rain. I want fucking snow. And then it's gonna snow, and then I'll be bitching about how people can't fucking drive in the snow, and then it's just a whole nother thing.
Yeah. Like, God damn it, I hate the snow.
Yeah, well, you know. Enough about the weather, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to do, man. Snow is annoying me.
That's how we know we're old. This is the first thing we do when we get together is bitch about the weather.
Right?
My hips are hurting. My shoulder.
My back and my knee. I did get LED strips for around my living room.
Nice.
So in my living room, right up at the roof, someone thought it would be a great idea to put some like crown molding type thing up there. Except they left like an inch gap between the molding and the ceiling, which I think is because of lath and plaster and, you know, having to plaster it out, whatever. It makes it very funny, but it was just enough in there where I could run LED light strips throughout.
Nice.
So I ended up not going with the one that we sell because I didn't want to spend the money just in case it wasn't going to work out right. So I found one that I can get 60 feet or 65 feet or whatever I needed for like $20 instead of 60.
Nice.
And then once I got it, I realized that it's the same wonky, wacky brand that I bought for my light fixture out on the garage. Instead of putting a smart bulb on my garage, on the outside of my garage, I bought one of those super bright corncob bulb things. It's like 1,600 or 2,000 lumens, like insanely bright. So I just bought like a light bulb fixture that was a smart light bulb fixture for it to screw in before the bulb. Ends up being the same, uses the same company or whatever. So I already had an account with them and just managed to hook it all up.
Nice. Was it Genie or Smart Life?
It is Trulia. Trulia?
Tuya? Tuya?
Trulia.
Okay.
T something or other.
Yeah, it's got to be Tuya. Check out the Smart Life app then, because I think
Tuya
that had more abilities.
Yeah, Tuya Smart. Well, I don't need any more abilities than turn on, turn off, and change color, which I don't usually change. Well, at night, I turn it to red because that doesn't fuck with your eyes for night vision. But beyond that, it's just kind of white. They don't dim very well, and they're not as bright as I'd maybe like it, but it does add like an ambient lighting to the room, which is kind of nice. What would really help my living room is if the walls weren't fucking beige. I don't know what the person that we bought the house was thinking when he repainted the entire house beige, other than the fucking 80s called and they're sick of it. But everything was beige. And we just haven't gotten around to repainting yet. We want to, but because I don't know what it is with beige. Beige just sucks light in and doesn't let it go. It's worse than black, because at least black makes a statement. Beige doesn't make a statement. It just sucks light. Interior decorating with Wonderbury podcast.
Wonderbury. It's probably like how my house has this like weird green gray in the like great room area.
What are people thinking?
Yeah, I don't know.
If you're going to spend the money to repaint something, I get it. But it doesn't cost any more to actually put, like eggshell white if you don't want pure white than like an off-white. It's the same cost as beige. It's just, I don't understand. It matches wood tones. No, it doesn't. Terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I can't wait until I redo this whole freaking area.
Yeah, wife and I have been talking about repainting.
Yeah. I've been like redoing little bits and pieces of things at a time. And we build out the bar area and working on the coffee bar area.
Yeah. So we have this shelving thing that's underneath the stairs that goes down to the basement, right?
Yeah.
And we want to run and turn that into a small kind of like seed starter grow area. We got some grow lights. But I need to run power to it. So I'm thinking about adding a circuit to my breaker for that and running the other one over to my little empire of electronics right now, because the janky system that I have for my computer and all of my recording stuff is what's the word? Stupid. Because there's a serious lack of power. I mean, everything runs through a power strip on my computer, but that power strip is connected to and please don't judge me too hard for this. That power strip is plugged into it's a super heavy duty outdoor extension cord that then runs to the other side of the basement to plug into the wall. And I know this is a bad idea and it shouldn't be used that way, but I didn't feel like running new Romex and all that stuff at the time. But now that I've got everything kind of resituated, I really want to run some actual power over here.
Yeah, we should do that.
I figured what I'll do is I'll run one breaker and it will go to 4 outlets. So there'll be one in for the grow lights, one over where my little home server and switch and all that stuff is, and then I'll have 2 over here for my lights and my computer and all that.
I don't know if you're going to want your lights and your computer on the same circuit. Because they're both kind of heavy draw.
My lights aren't that... The lights that I use aren't that bad. For my studio, I only use... Well, I have LEDs for...
Your studio lights, not your grow lights?
Oh, it will be for my grow lights, but we got LED grow lights, so it's not the massive power draw that everything else is.
Okay. Say even my LED grow lights are still like.
I'll look to see what the power draw is on it. If it is too much, then I will just add 2 circuits, one for all my electronic stuff and one for that. But yeah. I don't think I will need to add. I don't know. I'll have to look and see what the power draw is on it.
I mean, that would be safer because then you could add things willy-nilly in your studio. And you could add, you'd be able to put fans and LEDs in your little grow area.
Yeah, the grow area is not that big, so I'm not sure what we're going to do yet. I kind of want to take a different area to build a bigger grow area, because I know what's going to happen is that we're going to start small, and then in a year we're going to want to expand. So maybe what I'll do is I will add in 2 more circuits, one for my studio stuff, and just keep that as its own circuit, and then add one for the grow lights that goes to where we're putting the grow lights now, and then I'll run power to where I think it's going to end up. And I'll just 2 birds, 1 stone it.
Okay.
I think that would be the smartest route. But I've never done anything like this before, so I have no fucking clue what I'm doing and where to start.
Okay.
I don't think it's that difficult, because any YouTube video, because I did a quick YouTube search just to look to see, I was like, yeah, how complicated is this going to be? And none of them were over 5 minutes. So I was like, okay, this can't be that difficult then.
The difficult part is running your wire safely. And that'll actually be longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, but my basement ceiling is completely unfinished, so I would just run it where all the other wires are run.
Yeah, that's true.
So I don't have to worry about going into walls or doing anything like that. I mean, because everything's going to come up from, like, even my computer stuff will be a drop down. So I'm keeping all the outlets up in the ceiling.
Cool.
I figured that would be the easiest route, so I don't have to worry about running it down walls and all that stuff. I'll just keep them all up in the ceiling, attach them straight up to the trusses that are up there, and it'll be fine, I think.
Yeah, that should work.
I mean, everything's already routed and plugged through up in the ceilings anyway, because that's where I just ran the extension cord. I just ran it through the ceiling like anything else. And I did make sure that the extension cord I ran here was one of the super heavy-duty outdoor power shop ones, the ones that cost 5 times more than the other ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thicker gauge.
Yep. And I've never had a power problem. I just kind of want to put it on a separate circuit so I don't ever accidentally have a power problem. And then my next purchase after that's going to be getting UPCs for at least my internet and servers. Because that way, because my Frontier box outside is on a UPC. So I figured if I get one for my router, And for my PoE switch, I won't actually lose Wi-Fi if I lose power. I won't lose internet. I won't lose Wi-Fi.
Maybe.
And then a smaller one for my computer so that I can go in and shut it down properly if I lose power. So it doesn't just shut off.
I wonder if
So
we
something
could
that can
automate
handle
that.
my PC for like an hour or less.
Yeah, well, I wonder if you could automate that.
I could. If I get the right EPC, I could have something that will detect. It'll switch detect that it's switched over to power and then have it automatically shut down my computer.
That'd be nice. In case
Because
you weren't home.
I'm not worried about saving things because I save stuff anyway, but worried about everything else. I just don't like it when computers just suddenly lose power. Software hates, Windows hates that. Any operating system hates just randomly losing power.
Yeah.
But, you know, it is what it is, I guess.
Yep. So I've been continuing my egg venture into cast iron.
Oh,
My egg venture. Huh?
your egg venture.
I've been working on cooking eggs in the cast iron.
How's that been going?
Pretty good. I can successfully fry eggs, scramble eggs, and make an omelet, like a regular style omelet, while keeping it nonstick. I haven't done a French omelet yet, so I'm working up to that. But I have gotten the specific skillet I've been using. I have gotten so slick that I can drop an egg in and it just slides across the skillet. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah. Yeah, getting pretty proud of myself.
That's awesome. What I need to learn to do for eggs is I need to learn how to make an omelet.
Dude, I can send
Like
you a couple of surefire things.
Good folded omelet.
Yeah. I'll send you a couple surefire things.
That's something I've never really learned how to do. Because
It's not
I
hard.
love omelets, but I mostly eat either omelets or scrambled eggs. Like I don't like over easy, over hard. I don't like runny yolks. It's a texture It's a texture thing more than a taste thing. Because I used to really like. There was only one time that I'll eat like a runny anything with a runny yolk, and that was there was a restaurant that I used to go to all the time in California that made some amazing huevos rancheros.
Oh,
And so it was like an over easy or over medium egg, and then I could mix it with all the other stuff, and that was really good that way.
a runny egg and whatever that salsa is in the rancheros is so good.
I know. I know. That's about the only time that I can do a runny egg. I can't. Like I said, it's a texture thing. For me, it's kind of like eating raw tomatoes. It's all texture for me, and I can't do it, and I don't know why. I wish I could.
I love raw tomatoes.
I can't. I just can't do it.
I even got some fancy salts just to sprinkle on raw tomatoes.
Yeah.
Just for eating. That's so good.
Like it drives me nuts that it fucks with my mouth so bad because I like the taste and I'll eat them like in a burger or Like, I can do tomatoes as long as they're fresh tomatoes. I can do them like in a burger or whatever. But I don't know what it is. Like, I can't just get a slice of tomato. I can do it in salsa because there's other stuff there. I can do like diced tomatoes in a sauce because it's other stuff there. But just the tomato, I can't.
Yeah, you have texture buffers in there.
Yep.
Man.
It frustrates me, but that's okay.
Yeah, people, they're picky eating, man. That frustrates me.
Yeah, and it frustrates me on me, but I don't know how else. I don't know how to change it. That's my biggest thing. Like, if I could do something that would change it, I would in a heartbeat. And I know where it comes from. It comes from, as a kid, being forced to eat stuff that I didn't like. And so every time that texture hits, it brings back all of it, and then my body just has like a bad gag reflection to it. Or reaction, rather.
It's like, no.
I can't eat bananas either. The smell of bananas, the taste of bananas, I will hard throw up.
Ah, man. Bananas are so good.
Tell me about it. I miss banana bread a lot, but I can't eat it. And it annoys me. A lot. Like I said, if there was a way that I could figure out how to fix that in myself, I would in a heartbeat, but I don't know how to fix it. Or if there is even a way to fix it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. There's things where I thought they were gross, and then I like kept forcing myself to try them, and I'm like, you know what?
I try these things every once in a while. Like, every once in a while, I'll be like, we're making something. I'll be like, I'm going to try a little bit of tomato to see. Nope. I'll get a banana for the kid, and I'll just break off a little piece. Nope. Although I did have a doc tell me that the banana thing, because it's, instead of it being like a gag reflex thing like the other stuff, it's my stomach that reacts to it. And he thinks that it's because of, I have something with the potassium. Where if I get too much potassium in one shot, it fucks with me. And that's one of the reasons why it's the stomach thing. And then everything else is just a trigger warning to warn me off from having that happen. I don't know if I believe it or not, but you know, what do doctors know? They just went to school all their lives for shit.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely kidding, by the way. Listen to your fucking doctor. He definitely knows more than you.
But apparently not as much as the insurance company.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That was a fun discussion that I had. So my grandfather was a doctor for all of, he was a medical doctor. He ran his own family practice and all that stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
And before he passed away, we had a conversation about socialized medicine. And his point was, and this is what he as a point, he said, I would like a doctor to make decisions about healthcare, not lawyers and politicians. And my response was, like insurance companies do, right? He didn't have a whole lot to say about that.
Yep.
He was like, oh, okay. Because that's what it is. It's all lawyers and actuaries, and that's who makes medical decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I think my point back was, if someone else is going to be making those decisions, I would much rather it be someone that I can hold accountable from voting versus who I'm stuck with for health insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Because say what you will about, national politics in the presidential election, we definitely have a say over Congress people. So
I don't know if we do, because they don't even have a say over themselves, it feels like.
Gerrymandering's helped with that a little bit, but for the most part, yeah, we have quite a bit more say against Congress than we do against an executive in charge of an insurance company.
Yeah.
As fortunate or unfortunate as that fact is. Oh, man.
Yeah.
I started doing the flight sim flying again.
Did you?
Yeah, I'd taken a few months off. Started it back up again.
How's it going?
I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah, it looks like a really cool game.
Oh, it's such a fun game.
I feel like that's one of the games where I'd want like a full joystick, like with the throttle.
I have a HOTAS, so I've got a joystick with the throttle attachment and all that, and it definitely makes a massive difference in the game.
Yeah. The full immersion.
It's not quite full immersion. I kind of want at some point to get a full yoke and throttle and foot pedals and all that stuff. I think that would add something to the immersion to it, but I'm happy with the system that I've got right now.
Nice.
It's just enough to make it worthwhile. But yeah, I flew long flight yesterday, I think it was. Yeah, I flew from Poland to South America in one hop.
Wow.
11 hours and 20 minutes. And all I have to say is thank God for autopilot. Because that would have been a nightmare otherwise. Yeah, I'm kind of getting back into it because I'm going to start recording some videos, some flight videos. Got some ideas of making them a little bit different than what a lot of people do. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of get back used to flying, takeoff, landing, instrument stuff, and I felt like I needed to get used to it again so that I knew kind of what I was doing. So I'm not coming back after taking 3 months off of flying and trying to record right away. Because that could have been embarrassing, to say the least.
Get your first stream and you crash on takeoff.
Yeah, I fly on stream. I used to fly on stream a lot more, and I should start flying on stream more often again. It was mostly the recording side, because you don't want to do a long flight where you're recording everything and then muck up the landing. That's never fun.
Yeah.
Landings are one of the worst, although I tend to screw up more on takeoff.
I was going to say, what was I playing? I don't remember what game I was playing. I was getting the hang of it. I could do the landings pretty good, but takeoffs, man, they'd always get a little shaky.
Yeah, I tend to occasionally pull a little too hard, and then I'll slam out my tail against the runway on the lift, which is really unfortunate to do.
Yeah.
But overall, I love the game. Don't get me wrong; it's a gorgeous game, and I've thrown some money at it so I can get the deluxe versions and all that stuff. So I'm a bit even more immersed into it, I guess. But hey, if you like something, you throw money at it, right?
Yep.
Isn't that the way that usually works?
Is that why there's strip clubs?
Dude, I haven't been to a strip club in so long. San Angelo, Texas ruined that for me. Have I told you that story?
No.
So I was stationed down there for Federal Fire Academy, right? And it wasn't terrible, I guess. Like being down there, it is what it is. It's kind of weird, but whatever. So I'm down there. We go to a strip club, and there's a girl. She's been dancing and stuff, and it's San Angelo isn't the apex of what you would think of when you think of strippers. It's not bad, but it's not. It's not the end all for that stuff, right? So she gets done, and she's got a little bit of a pooch, not bad. Just she's okay. She leans over and smiles at me, and she's missing 3 teeth. And then she says, "Not bad for 3 months pregnant, huh?" And I haven't been back to a strip club since. That was enough for me just to go, I don't know why I'm here. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm done. And that was the end of that. I was in 2009 or whatever it was. So, yeah. Haven't been since. Just a little too much for me.
Yeah. It sounds about like how the ones in Fort Wayne are too.
What you're saying is I'm not missing anything.
Nope.
Yep. I was just like, oh my goodness, what have I gotten myself into? But nope, I was done with strip clubs after that. And there's no reason for it. Like the jokes that I used to tell, I was dropping this kid off. He's probably in his 20s, and he was with this chick. I don't know. She was probably in her 40s or whatever. And I was dropping him off. I was driving Uber. I was dropping him off at a strip club. And he asked if I wanted to come in. Because he's young and has money or whatever. He was just having a good time. And I was like, no, I don't do strip clubs anymore. And he kind of laughed, and he was like, why? And I was like, why would I pay for something when I can get it for free? Dude, that chick thought that was the funniest fucking thing on the planet. He looked so confused. She was laughing her head off. It was awesome. But, yeah, I've no desire to go to a strip club again.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely don't go to any in Fort Wayne.
The glitter, the body spray, the bad lighting, the music is terrible. The fakeness of it all.
Yeah.
Just, nope, I'm good. I'm absolutely good for not doing that.
Yep.
I got no problems with strippers. I've got no problems with people who go. That's just not for me. Like, I don't have some moral outrage over strippers.
Yeah. I don't either. I don't care.
I don't have a moral outrage over sex work either, but that doesn't mean I'm going to go hire someone. That's just not the way that I operate.
I always saw some streetwalkers in Grand Rapids. I was like, I wonder if I could just like pick them up for the regular hourly rate and just like have them do chores in the house.
I'd thought about that a couple of times. I was like, as funny as that would kind of be as a social experiment, that's kind of, and I know this is going to sound weird to some people, but I see that as kind of disrespectful.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, but it's still, I don't know. I look at it as a legit industry, and I wouldn't go hire a mechanic to go sweep my floor.
Well, the ones in Grand Rapids that I saw were not like legit industry kind of peoples.
Yeah, that is. It's kind of you've seen that show, My Name is Earl?
Yeah.
Yeah, Patty the daytime stripper or the daytime hooker.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was some of those.
Yeah, there's definitely layers and nuances to that industry, isn't there?
Yep. So there's this one time we were getting ready to go somewhere, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna run around the corner and get gas in the car. So I I drove up to Leonard Street, and I was sitting there waiting to turn, and this lady was walking and waiting to go. Like she had stopped at the crosswalk and was waiting to cross the road in front of me, and like we looked at each other, and I nodded my head, and she nodded her head back, and I was like, okay, so I was like, nodded my head, like, yeah, go ahead and go, And so she walks ahead of me, and I'm like watching the traffic to get my turn to pull out into traffic. And I think it's my turn, and I turn and I look, and she had opened the door, like the passenger door, was about to step in. And I was like, what? She's like, were you looking for some fun? I was like, no, I was trying to get out on the street. I thought I was just letting you know you could go. I wasn't gonna go until you got across the street. She's like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, what? I'm sorry. I didn't know I crossed signals there. Oh, wow. Huh.
That was a close one.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's the time I accidentally picked up a hooker.
Oh, that's funny. That would be hard to explain.
Yeah. And just that, like, oh, it's my turn to go out, and I turn, and there she is, like, just gotten the door a little bit open, was like going to step into the car. I'm like, oh, what?
Yup.
Yeah, this was the middle of the day too. So
that's funny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I saw them. They kind of hung out when the ship was in the shipyards in Newport News. They were all over the place down there to get dock workers. There was more than one military safety briefing about the day and night walkers around the gates to get in and out of the shipyards where the ship was. It was a bit on the strange side.
Yeah, would those still be considered lot lizards though?
I don't know if that's even a thing anymore. I mean, I know they've cracked down on a lot of that, and I haven't noticed when I've stopped at those places, but I also don't stop and look around where all the trucks are either.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet those that still is a thing.
I have noticed that when you do pull into like the bigger truck stops, there are huge signs where it says cars and RVs over here, and there's big signs that says trucks over here. And it points you in two way different directions.
Yep.
So I'm like, I wonder if they keep those people separate for a reason.
I don't know. But my goodness. Yeah, I'll have to, next time I'm out driving and I go and I stop at one of those places, I'll have to just sit back and take a look and see what I can see.
Yeah, do some research, Dave. Do some field research for us, okay? Take notes. Get you a little journal. Be interesting. It's like bird watching. Get you some of those fancy little bird watching binoculars. Oh, look at that. There's a frosty ginger.
A frosty ginger. Oh my goodness. With a hot pink tube top and the slides.
Yeah. Why is that like the classic look I think of for truck stop hookers too?
With a matching pink camo miniskirt.
Yep. Classy.
Yikes. Yeah, classy. Classy is right. We'll go with classy. Not what I would have used, but we'll go with classy.
Yep.
Oh boy. The podcast where you never know what you're gonna get. This is what happens when we don't make plans, Brian.
Yeah. It's the content they want.
I don't know if it's the content they want. It's the content they're gonna live with.
It's the content you deserve. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh yeah. I looked at my pan again. I'm sitting in my kitchen. I looked at my pan and remembered I gotta send you a omelet thing. How you doing on eggs?
I've got tons of eggs right now.
Okay.
Hey, how long do those eggs, those raw eggs, do they last before they go bad?
My eggs?
Yeah.
I'd say like 3 months if they're not in the refrigerator.
And so then when utilizing, because I've never really utilized raw eggs before, so I want to make sure I was doing this right.
Well, all eggs are raw.
Let me rephrase. Non-pasteurized eggs.
Non-pasteurized.
Or non-washed.
Yeah.
So non-pasteurized, non-washed eggs.
Yeah.
So do you just wash them and use them like regular, or do you have to wash them and then cool them before you use them?
No, just wash them and use them.
Okay. And just make sure you do things like wash your hands afterwards. So.
Yeah. I'll wash them in batches. Like I'll wash a dozen and then I'll put them like a dozen in the fridge. Because then they're good that way too. And then I could just pull them out and use them when I need to. But I also just keep some out. I've noticed that cooking in the cast iron, colder eggs seem to want to stick more. So if I leave the eggs sit out for like an hour before I cook them, they don't stick as much.
I wonder if it would do the same thing with either scrambled or with omelets too.
With a little bit of testing I've done, and this is not scientific.
This is with cast iron, so.
Yeah, with cast iron. Keeping the temperature low. And by low, I mean like 3. Like medium low. And having your eggs warm not warm, but not, not refrigerator cold,
Yeah.
like room temp. Everything seems to stick less. So
Interesting.
I don't know why that is. I'm sure there's some sort of reason why, but yeah, there's just little tips and tricks I've been figuring out along the way. But yeah,
Okay.
I wondered because I was out and I noticed our chickens had started producing again. They haven't produced anything since the storm at Christmas, so
Just too cold or too scared?
yeah, too cold. They they take a break when it gets too cold. I think -30 might have done them in.
Yeah, that tends to happen.
Yeah. So
All right.
yeah,
Yeah, I
I
was just kind
noticed.
of trying to figure out navigate because once again want to make sure I was doing it right, and like everything else we talk about, someone else might not know.
Yep. Yeah, they're good. They're good a lot longer sitting out when they haven't been washed. Um, because there's a natural. It's called a bloom. There's like a natural coating on the egg as it comes out of the chicken that it protects it from bacterias and salmonella and everything else in the environment.
Yeah.
That way it can like actually incubate and stuff properly. Um, Here in America, we wash them like in the like with the eggs we get in the store. They get washed, they get pasteurized, and then they get refrigerated and shipped out. And that's what we do here. But if you look at like Europe and other places, they don't do that. Um, they'll take eggs. The eggs will have like the poop and stuff brushed off of them. I don't even do that. You get a dozen eggs from me, and they're dirty
Yeah.
because I don't mess with. I get so many eggs, and I go through so many of them, and I hand so many of them out. I just leave it to you to wash them and deal with it. But anyways, other places like they brush them and don't wash them or pasteurize them, and then when you go buy eggs, they're not refrigerated. Like you go to the market, like a supermarket, and buy non-refrigerated eggs, and they're good to sit on a shelf until they're ready to use. So we only do that here.
Gotcha.
So I kind of do, you know, European style method. Well, I kind of do a mix of both because I do wash them and keep a dozen in the fridge.
All right. So that's how you deal with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you know when we're starting to get low again. I'll let you know.
Cool. Yeah,
'Cause
because
I'll
my
definitely
chickens are
get more
back.
eggs.
Yeah, one of my roosters just got back from the gym. He was there working on his pecs.
Oh my goodness. Oh, have I missed the dad jokes?
Yeah.
We've been slacking on them lately.
Yeah, I've only gotten like one or two in per episode. I only did one. That was the only one I did today. You want another one?
Sure.
Why'd the chicken cross the road?
Why is that?
Because
My favorite one of those when I was a kid was why did the chicken cross the road? To prove to the possum that it could be done. Anyone who's lived out in the country knows exactly what that means.
Yep.
Oh shit, Brian.
Yep.
All right. Well, I think we've covered enough diverse topics today. Oh my god.
Yep.
What
Couple
have we
lefties
done?
covering diversity.
Oh. If anything else people can say about us, it's random. What I'd like to be able to do at some point, and I don't remember if Spotify or Apple or any of those guys, do they allow comments for episodes of podcast episodes?
I don't know.
We should check that and then pull those comments, and we should do an ending episodes by reading people's comments.
Our website does accept comments, so
Yeah, but a lot of people don't access anything through the website. They just
but they
go
should.
to whatever their podcast choice that they have so they're subscribed to and run it that way.
Yeah, but no, that would make it easier on us if we don't have to chase them all down. And if they want to comment and be heard on the podcast, do it on our website. Wonderbury.com.
Leave comments anywhere because it helps with engagement of how algorithms work.
Oh, that's true. Do that.
So,
and then message us
not
somewhere
commenting on the website. I wish there was a way we could take the comments and curate the comments to the website.
If you leave a comment somewhere, also leave a comment on our website so that we know. I wonder if we could do that. Can you leave comments on? If you can leave comments on your podcast catcher thing, whatever podcast app you use, leave a comment and then let us know.
Hang on, I'm checking Google Podcasts to see if
that's the same thing.
See if there's comments available.
Yeah, I don't see one.
Does not look like Google Podcast does.
It does not. You can't even rate the podcast, can you?
Not on Google.
You could like, share, and subscribe.
You can leave comments on our YouTube, which we still don't have connectivity to the YouTube channel from our website.
Yeah. Oh, crap. I wanted to put that on there and I forgot.
It doesn't look like there's comments on Apple Podcasts or a rating.
Well, you can leave a review on the podcast itself, I thought.
I can't see it from the web interface.
Oh. Yeah, I have no idea how that works.
Let's see, Spotify. Does no one allow? Huh, I thought they did. Unless I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah.
Well, leave comments on YouTube or leave comments on everything else.
Yeah. Leave a comment where you can. If I remember, I'll check them whenever I get around to posting the episode.
And it might be one of those things where they could leave comments and you can only see it when you're admined in.
That could be.
Anyway, if there's ability to leave comments somewhere, we will find them, see them, and read them. How's that sound?
Yep.
And we'll start ending episodes reading comments. Because I think that would be kind of fun.
That would be awesome.
And we'll pick out the funniest one to leave at the very beginning as well, probably.
Yep.
Because I have an idea of how I would like to do that if we're gonna go the comments route, because it'd be hilarious.
I imagine it's going to be people trying to out dad joke us.
That's what I'm hoping for. That is honestly one of the things that I'm hoping for, because I think that would just be perfect. Anyway, guys, next week we'll see you. Brian, pleasure as
Later.
always. Later, guys.